Hello and welcome to another update video about gold. Quick update about gold. Let's take a look at where we are here on this chart. The price has seen a sharp pullback after we had a nice rally which respected the trend line. In the last video I already showed you this trend line, and my view was that we get some sort of a pullback, either a wave 4 or something more bearish if we get a break below the trend line. Well, that was a good signal, absolutely, and even a possible short signal. And yes, we did get a pullback, but not a wave 4, too deep for a wave 4, which leaves us with two possible interpretations, both still overall bullish, but there's a lot of volatility at the moment in the metals sector. I'm still watching for further breakouts, but there's now a very clear level that distinguishes between short-term bullish and short-term bearish scenarios. There's a short-term bullish scenario that you see on the chart where a wave B bottomed here on the 26th of June. That's been the perspective. And this is a wave 1. I really don't get a very clear micro count. I can call it a diagonal pattern in wave 1. That is possible, but I don't like the count. Either way, I have to. Well, as a short-term bullish count, this would be my only option. So that would be short-term bullish, wave 1. Then this would be a wave 2 pullback, which might get another low. But as long as we're holding 2,342 USD, the focus could be on further upside. And we will zoom in a minute. I'll tell you about the microstructure for this scenario. Below 2,342, we're likely moving down in wave C of a larger B wave. In this case, we might not go down much lower, right? So I have a main, I have an immediate support area for the white scenario where the price shouldn't break below 2,342. Well, if it does, then the yellow count is likely leading, where I would explore the price's ability to reverse in this zone, which is just underneath really. So it's just worth to be aware of the relevant levels. 1 second, just want to shift that into place actually. It's worth to know about the relevant levels and which scenario they belong to. Because in the yellow count, where we're moving down in a wave C, the support starts at 2,320 USD, because that's the 100% extension of the A wave to the downside. I think it's therefore whether we turn around in the orange box, which is just a little bit higher and is for the white count, or we turn around in the lower box, which is for the yellow count, they are both bullish. And that means overall, as long as we're holding above 2,222, the lower boundary of the lower box, I'm still watching for higher prices. Okay. Even below that, there is a bullish case probably left. We can talk about that if we really see that as a higher likelihood that we will break the lower box as well. Currently not expected. Actually, I'm watching if we can see the price turn around here in this region now. Now, you might say this looks a bit like a 5-wave move down, and indeed it does somehow. It could be maybe wave 1 of C or so, but I'm actually inclined to count it as a 3-wave move. So A, B, C. It's at least, I want to share with you, yep, it might look a bit like visually like a 5-wave move down, but I can easily call it a 3-wave move in A, B, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. It's possible that we have the low actually in. Okay. It is possible the low is already in. Let's go to the 15-minute chart. This is obviously unreliable micro counting, so yeah, it probably depends on, I mean, this is where micro counting is a bit because we're dealing here with the futures chart. Now the spot chart might look a bit different. I don't know. Maybe this would give me another 1-2 setup, then I have 2 1-2s and it might need another low. So that is where we have to say, okay, possibly the low is in on this time frame. Alternatively, we might see another low, which is why we manage this uncertainty with the boxes, because we know a wave 2 shouldn't really break below 2,342, but we're in the range where it should turn around. What would be the first indication a low is formed? It would be a break above the initial resistance. Initial resistance is defined here between 2000, and I add the 23.6 fib level as well, between 2,405 and 2,428. So if we see a break above 2,428, the low is likely in. Doesn't mean we have to react. No, actually we're watching now for reversals. I'm inclined to give the bulls the benefit of the doubt because we're in a bullish market. So I'm just watching here. Whenever there is a possible pivot, possible inflection point, I'm watching for potential reversal signals. So the 5-wave move up would need to form as shown. And at the moment we would be in the beginning of the 3rd wave, but it needs to prove it by forming 5 waves that break above 2,428. Then we have an indication that a low has formed. If there is one more low, 2,373 is next support. Could get very interesting now. That's the update about gold. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you're interested in daily updates about the S&P 500 as well as regular updates about stocks, feel free to check out our stocks and S&P 500 service. You'll find the link in the description. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.